I'm looking at tendencies, and the most successful system, we have a guy on the Discord page, Chicago Offense Trader Group, who has turned the system into a spreadsheet, and he's tracking percentages, and I'll report that out next week. But the system is the team plays tonight and on the road tomorrow, bet against them. And if there's a goalie change for that team, that's an additional exclamation point on. And we're looking for money line. Hockey, I don't believe in laying pucks. Every game is 1.5, and it's just too tricky of a game. Just take the money line or money line regulation. So what I'm looking at this weekend, and I realized that we're on a New York radio station, and I, for the record, have adopted the Rangers this season. I'm the Rangers long term. I've been on the Rangers before they got Vladdy.
Now they're going to get Kane too.
I believe it. And the most exciting thing about getting Kane is Artemi Panarin and Kane together in Chicago. I thought Errol saying that Shesterkin is the best goalie in the league, or at least he was the best goalie in the All-Star game. That being said, I'm looking at this weekend, so I had to start there. This afternoon, the Rangers, a hard-fought physical game against Washington. Then they're returning home to a rested LA team who is phenomenal on the power play. And I believe that LA is going to walk into MSG and they're going to beat the Rangers outright. What the Rangers had to go through today, get roughed up against the returning Ovechkin and Washington, and just how good LA's power play is. And they're actually pretty good on the road. And I think that the Rangers, just recovering from this Patrick Kane move, they're going to lose before they win. And in this spot, I like LA, and that's a money line, and it's going to be plus money. The other one that I really like, I like the Penguins. We got Tampa on a 2-game road trip. Tampa's going to Detroit, and as bad as Detroit is not an easy place to play hockey. They call it Hockey Town. They think Minnesota's state of hockey and Detroit's Hockey Town. Detroit's not looking bad these days, but they're going to have a hard-fought match, and then Tampa's got to turn around and go to Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh can score goals. They're not getting the greatest goalie play, but they can score goals, and they do have a good power play. So that one's going to go off at a pick. Even money or minus 110 on Pittsburgh. But I like Pittsburgh, and I like LA Sunday.
All right, so even though you're on the Rangers long-term, you know when to bet against them.
I've watched them so much, I understand how they play. And these Rangers, for the last 4 games, they've put themselves in situations that they don't need to be in. Down 2 goals.
The other team is scoring first every game. They've been behind the 8 ball every time.
1 goal first, that's great for a wager opportunity because the other team scores first, then you jump on the Rangers, you're going to catch plus money. You don't have to lay any juice. But when they allow the second goal or they allow the first goal and then they put themselves, they don't have a very good PK at all. They're just a lot of goal scorers, and you can't put Shesterkin in those bad positions. But I've kind of learned their tendencies. But this last week or so, they're putting themselves in bad positions, and they're going to go up against an LA team that is going to burn them on a stupid penalty.
Let's play novice, all right? So the team played Monday night, and then Tuesday they're on the road. It doesn't matter where they were the night before?
If it's the second game of a road, cool. They might be tired.
But even if it was at home last night and the road today, that's the road. The goalie change, does it matter?
If they're switching from the starter to the 2, that's huge. Jump on that. Let's go.
That doesn't matter the situation. That's just basically saying, hey, the second string goalie's in because the first string goalie's taking a break for whatever reason. We're betting against the second string goalie.
Your casual fan doesn't understand that the blue liners, the defensemen, they play differently based on who's in net. They have to play back to protect a goalie, or if they get cocky, like if you're switching from goalie 2 to goalie 1, those defensive guys might press forward and play a part of the offense and leave vulnerabilities if they don't put the puck in the net. If they have to play back, they might cost themselves opportunities on the forecheck and shooting the puck.
Those two have nothing to do with each other. A team playing tonight on the road tomorrow and a jockey change.
No, the jockey change just gives me an additional...
These are 2 separate things I need to look for.
Yep.
There's a website can tell you who's playing goalie today. It's like a pitcher website. How many times does Kane, you keep talking about Kane, how many times is he going to touch the puck in a game? The goalie could get 60 saves, for heaven's sake.
To just add on to what you were asking about the on the road, part of why I like LA is they're a one-off, but they're on a road trip. They have a day off, but they're in New York. They don't have to travel. They're changing stadiums, but they're probably changing hotel. They play the Islanders, and then they turn around and play the Rangers, but they're not getting on an airplane and going through everything that goes into traveling and all of that discomfort.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and I think that the Islanders are far more aggressive and more of a defensive team than the Rangers are.
NBA, we talked about that. Who's playing? Handicap it is hard enough. I don't need to have to worry about who's playing. You don't really get that in any other aspect of sports like you do in the NBA. The NBA is taking it to the extreme.
And it's a star-driven league. The one player matters in the NBA more than any other sport.
Championshipfootballs.com. We're so excited because we're getting involved with the Tulane Green Wave. I don't even need to make any money on the deal. If I can get a free trip to New Orleans for footballs, life will be good. And it was a big win for them.
Huge season for them. They were a 2-win team last year.
Champion.